Okay. Can I ask everyone to also turn on your videos? Okay, awesome. Okay, it's 6 minutes past 6. So I will just start and then whoever can join may join. I know that some people did send their apologies due to load shedding. So, for those who joined on the call, I'll reintroduce myself. And to those who are new members, I will introduce myself. I am Zinhle Ramano. I am the head of the Ideal Entrepreneurship program. In my business capacity, I'm also the founder and managing director of Bad Media Group, which is a digital marketing company. So I just want to say congratulations to all of you who have been carefully selected by my subcommittee and myself. We went through a very thorough process in terms of who made the cut and who didn't. So you should feel honored to be here. Before we get into the program, I also just want to welcome our co-chair who's on the line, Ms. Lerato Pelane, and perhaps you can just say a few words, co-chair.
Hi, Zinhle. Hi, everyone. Good evening, ladies. Thanks, Zinhle, for putting me on the spot. Uh, but look, I mean, as Zinhle has so correctly said, you ladies have been, carefully selected under the leadership of Zinhle, who has been running this program so incredibly well over us. I wish you guys everything of the best on this journey. May it be everything that you hope for. I know that, Zinhle and her team have really carved out an incredible program for you for the year. It promises to be a treat, and we wish you every bit of success as well in your business journeys, and we can't wait to see what YLC help you guys to achieve and to really just see your businesses continue to grow from strength to strength. So all the best, and please enjoy. It's going to be fun.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much, co-chair. I feel like you came with a lot of energy. I feel energized just from you speaking. So I'm just going to go through what the program entails, how long the program is for, and basically, what this awesome pillar is about. Our official hashtag is Girls Want Funds because that's what we want to focus on for this entire program. I know that when you're an entrepreneur, fundraising, getting investors in your business, and all of that is very much important. Which is why last year we began our inaugural Ideal pitching competition, which was sponsored by Mido, and it was hosted at Investec on the 1st of September. We had 3 winners. Let me see who's on the line. So Tandi, it was Tandi, Dan Ramano, and Phil White, who isn't on the line. Let me just double check. So Tweu and Tandi are graduated in Ideal Entrepreneurship in Cohort 1 and are now a part of our subcommittee. So that's just an example of when you do finish the program, it's not the end of the YLC journey. There are still multiple opportunities that are available within the organization. So what we're going to begin with is on the 2nd of March. Please, it's very imperative that you familiarize yourself with the website because your calendar will be on the website. So I'll just put in the chat the website link if you don't have it, but you should have it if you're on the program. So on the 2nd of March, we will be opening our applications for the Ideal Pitching Competition. Last year, our winners won a share of 100,000 Rand, and the winnings were in tears. I will send the YouTube link so that you can take a look at what happened. Last year, we also announced our winners at the Ideal Awards. So there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. I'm just waiting for Tweo to also come onto the line because she is next in the program to just talk about her experience winning the pitching oh, there she is. Hi, Princess. Winning the pitching competition and what it has done. Hi, Princess. Can you turn on your video, please?
Okay.
So, Princess will now let us know what the Ideal Pitching Competition did for her, and she also introduced her business. Princess Tweo is also our cover star for our inaugural Ideal Entrepreneurship magazine. You can take it away, Princess.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon. Apologies. I was trying to log in. Sorry for logging on 10 minutes later. Firstly, I would, it's a feather in one's cap to be given this opportunity to speak on this onboarding session. Thank you so much to the Entrepreneurship Committee for the opportunity. And secondly, well, the entrepreneurship pitching competition. Well, I was told of it by my dear friend Tando Daza. Even on the closing date, she checked up on me to ask if I had applied because she knew of my business and was supporting it from initiation. So I'd like to thank her for changing my life and my business. While I was pitching for the website competition, I got to relay my journey of my business in a 5-minute pitching opportunity. So I am so grateful that within that 5 minutes, so much was grasped by the judges, to a point that one of the panelists, Miss Audrey, said, I quote, that I'm in the technology business and I offer that my technology business will make you a website for your company so that you can share these stories of how you renew, how you revive, and how you restore items and all the dynamics in your company. I wish that most people, even ones online, could have could reach out and could learn and could also know of your business. So then even if you don't win the competition, so my business will offer you a website. So me mentioning that was so overwhelming and so grateful that what I was doing in my community, at the area in my community, was something that was not only changing my community but also has an opportunity to change the country, the nation, and even the world. So I'm eternally grateful for the opportunity of pitching through knowing through my friend Tando, and being one of the winners, winning the second thing as the competition.
Second place. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Princess. Thank you so much for that input. So right now I'm just going to play a video. You guys will let me know if you can hear it or not. This is a recap of our Ideal Awards that happened last year where the pitching competition winners were announced. So I just want to give you guys, just a reveal in terms of the caliber and the quality of this program. Please let me know if you can hear the sound.
that this award, remember, it took effort for people, for the judges to sit through and interview you and decide. It took an effort for all of us to organize this event, for you to come here and receive the award. It's a very important award. You must tick it in terms of your CV. It's a very important. Don't underestimate it. That is the beginning.
So I take this moment to acknowledge and appreciate the Motsepe Foundation and their donation this evening. Let us not accept people pulling us down. Let us make sure we stand up for authentic leadership. We stand up for ethical leaders.
All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. I'm just looking at the new messages. Okay, see, everyone was able to hear the sound and all of that. So, yeah, that was our inaugural awards pitching competition and a summit all in one day. It was very, very special, not only for ylc-ideal, but also for our mother organization, International Women's Forum, South Africa. So now I'm gonna hand over to Silapeng Maledimo. She'll introduce herself, but she is also the lead she's the head of Ideal Sponsorship. So she really is coordinating the funding for this program as well. She is a subcommittee member and she is also an auditor by profession. You're on mute.
Thank you, Zintle. Good evening,
Okay.
ladies. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're excited for the program. So my name is Silapeng Maledimo. As Zintle has mentioned, I head up the Strategic Alliances pillar, as well as I do help out on the entrepreneurship side as well. So some of you would have received an email from me or a few emails from me over the past few days. So yeah, you get to put a face to, to the name. But yeah, ultimately what strategic is YLC. To join YLC, you all know that to join YLC, there's no membership fee, or you don't have to pay for anything to be part of this family. All we want is your commitment and to fully engage in all our programs. So under strategic alliances, my role is just to make sure that we have funding, or we do have sponsorships for the events that we want to do throughout the year. For instance, as Zintle mentioned, we had awards last year, and for those awards to happen, as well as the pitching competition, we had to approach a few sponsors and say, this is what we're trying to do. We want to empower women, and we're doing the same thing this year. So under my pillar, my role is to really just manage those relationships and make sure that we do have events, and we do have, top of the range everything. And even with the pitching competition, we'll get into the details later, but the pitching competition will happen again, as Zintle mentioned. She's going to open up the applications. But I know that some of you who did it last year, Tsweu and Tandy, will tell you it was not an easy one, because you literally had 1 minute to sell your business. And that's what we're trying to drive, to say, what if you bump into someone very important and you don't have a lot of time with them? Would you be able to quickly tell them about your business, enough to grasp their attention? So we will be looking at 1 or 2 workshops just to prepare everyone before the actual pitching when the day comes. So when the application's open, please do apply, even though you're not sure if you can pitch your business, because we will provide the support this time around. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to meet all of you. And yeah, I don't know if I left anything out, but really my role is to just make sure that we, and I will be looking at trying to get events for us where we can all come together and it's not all virtual. So yeah, thank you ladies and enjoy.
Thanks, Lapeng. Wait, before you go, could you just also just speak about our sponsor, MyDo, and the opportunity that they've given to our cohort 2 entrepreneurs?
Absolutely. So there's a company that's called MyDo. They deal with they do incubation programs for entrepreneurs or for startups and their lives. So last year we entered into, well, they were generous enough to include some of our entrepreneurship members into their program. So MyDo is mainly funded by corporates who are doing ESD programs for their vendors. So through that, for the MyDo guys, because we didn't really have a sponsor to pay for our entrepreneurs to get through MyDo, they were generous enough to just last year they took 10 of our people, they put them through the incubation program. Zintle is also one of the beneficiaries. So it's really is just an amazing opportunity. So the thing about YLC is what you put in is what you will get out. So if you take it seriously and you come to our sessions and you engage and you ask questions, you engage your mentor and things like that, you really will get a lot out of it. And just one last point from my side, because we work so hard to get sponsors to sponsor us, I'm just appealing to you that when events do get advertised in your RSVP to come, please make sure that you do come. Otherwise, if we know life happens, if you can't come to our events, just pop up a message and just pop us a message and say, I'm not able to make it, because we usually have a waiting list. We don't want to be blacklisting anyone from coming to our events, because there's a lot of effort that goes into getting these partners to come on board and sponsor us with the venue, food, and the likes. And the whole aim of it really is to just come together as young leaders, learn from each other, and network. So use this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Salapeng, for that input. And on the note of blacklisting, we will be very disciplined this year. We will be implementing a 3-strike system where if a beneficiary of the program doesn't attend more than 3 events but RSVPs for them, they'll be put on the blacklist, which means you can no longer participate in the program as well as come to our really fun and exciting events. Now, before I hand over to mentorship, which is Tando Daza, who is the head of Ideal Entrepreneurship, I just want to also give you guys a sneak peek into what happened last year at our governor's lunch. Sorry about that. Okay. Is my screen frozen? Is my screen frozen?
No.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
an issue on my end.
Okay, but in the interest of time, I mean, I will send this video in the group. Just I want to be punctual with everything. Let me stop sharing my screen. We will now be speaking, Tando. Yes, Tando, who's the head of Ideal Mentorship, will now be talking about the mentorship program. For those of you who have just joined as well, we did email the mentorship agreements, I believe 2 days ago, but they are available on our website on our entrepreneurship page. Please ensure that you download the document and sign it and send it to tando@engineersholdings.co.za. I will put the email in the chat. The mentorship agreement basically stipulates everything that has to do with the program that Tando will explain, and you may not reach out to your mentor until that is signed and submitted. All right, Tando, you can take it away. Tando? I can see she is on the line, but we cannot hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you.
Right.
Perfect.
All right, fantastic. So I'll just start that again. So good evening, ladies. My name is Tando Daza. I am the co-lead of mentorship program. We do have a new lady who has joined me in running mentorship. Her name is Garabo. Tomorrow during the onboarding session, you guys will be introduced to her formally. I hope that you guys are excited for what we have in we've got quite a lot of mentors that are skilled and in different industries. So you will be able to, thanks Zita for that. So you need to make sure that you RSVP for tomorrow's onboarding session as well, which is the mentorship program. So our mentors are all different and come from different backgrounds. So they're not just only IWFSA members, but they are from other industries as well. The reason we decided to do this is because there was a call or request from other mentees that have interest in other industries and want to get to know more about those industries, but we might have not had the reach to make sure that they've got that information. The program is 12 months long. It's up to you to continue with your mentor. Should you decide to continue, those are relationships that you will be then dealing with yourselves and have communicating with your mentor yourself if you want to continue. But for the program itself under YLC, it's a 12-month program. And we encourage, obviously, you guys to interact with one another. So it's not just only regarding your mentors. You also, other people might be put into group mentorship. Others might only have another mentee with them in their group, and there's only 2 of you guys. But other people will have group mentorship, as other mentors do prefer. Other people do prefer having group mentorship programs. What else is there again, Zintle? I think I'm forgetting something because I just got distracted. But yeah, the program is 12 months long, but tomorrow we will be doing an onboarding session for people to have extensive information about the program. And as Zintle mentioned, you can only start speaking to your mentors once you've signed the contract, and as soon as we've also sent you an email to congratulate you for being part of the program and telling you who your mentor is, which will happen during the course of this week and next week. There's an influx of mentees. So I think we've got in total close to 110 mentees during this cohort 3, which is the biggest we've ever had. Myself and Zintle have been involved since cohort 1. And when we received all these people that wanted to be part of YLC, we were quite happy. But we were like, oh my gosh, it's quite scary. I mean, our chair was also helping us get other mentors. Lorato, who's here, was trying to help us get other mentors. And yeah, so we were telling her that, ma'am, this time it's harder than before. So we do thank everybody that has applied. When you are part of the entrepreneurship pillar or team, rather, you are also part of the mentorship program automatically. So don't be shy and think that you're not getting any benefit when you're part of mentorship only. You have both access basically. The entrepreneurship obviously has got a bit more staff, and we've tried to partner entrepreneurs with other entrepreneurs as well in different sectors, all the sectors that you are also part of. So that is it regarding the YLC mentorship program for now, because a lot of our onboarding session is happening tomorrow. And any questions regarding that will be answered then. For now, I think let's focus a bit more on the entrepreneurship questions that you have. And with everybody that has shared their agreement, I will respond to you all to say thank you that it's been received. I did see your request now to say please confirm receipt. It's impossible to be messaged individually and respond to everyone with the same message. So let's keep conversation and communication on the groups as well. If you're not on the mentorship group yet, the cohort 3, you will be by the end of this week. If not, please message me from even Monday. I am on the entrepreneurship cohort 3 and WhatsApp as well. Just say you're not on the mentorship cohort 3 WhatsApp group, and then we'll add you. And that's about it.
Thank you so much for that, Tando. And just on that note, ladies, it is also imperative that you do maximize on this opportunity with the mentors that you will be paired with. A lot of these women are industry leaders, phenomenal businesswomen, and they are putting aside time in their busy lives to enrich and empower us. So make the most of it. I personally think I have the best mentor in the world. But she's not on the line. She is our former co-chair, Ms. Charmaine Huve, and just my experience from being paired with her alone has really molded myself in the way that I carry myself, the way I approach business. And yeah, these are just keys for success as we are the next generation of women leaders. Now I'll be handing over to Mutate Sowelo. Mutate is a subcommittee member of Ideal Entrepreneurship, but she is also the lead for these, and is also our editor for our Ideal Entrepreneurship magazine. So Mutate, are you on the line? Yes. Mutate? We can't hear you.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, can see you and hear you. Can you also introduce yourself in your professional capacity as well?
Awesome. Thanks, Zintle. So as Zintle has mentioned, I am part of the YLC Entrepreneurship subcommittee. I also head up the YLC alumni network. We call it the Circle of Influence, which is what I'm here to discuss. And I also look after the communications. So you'll see you get a monthly newsletters, and you will also get quarterly magazines. So we'd really appreciate if you guys do read through the stuff when we send it to you, and you provide us with feedback on what you'd like to see more of. And we also have the Entrepreneurship magazine that goes out every biannually. We had the first one. I think we'll share it in the group center after this call so that they can get to see what it looks like. And yeah, if you're interested also in being involved in the compilation of any of those, please do let us know. But yeah, today I'm here to speak about the Circle of Influence. So what the Circle of Influence is that, you know, as you can see, we have as you can see, we have phenomenal women going through our programs, our mentorship programs, our entrepreneurship programs, and really we want to keep the network of women, you know, and we know that your network is your net worth, and we're trying to make sure that we can increase the network of all the women that are part of YLC. So what happens is that you will go through the program, and at the end of the year, you will graduate. Once you've gone through, you've attended, you've been diligent, you've been participating, and then you'll graduate, get a certificate, and you automatically qualify to be part of the alumni network, which is called the Circle of Influence. We will reach out to you to inform you how to join the group, to be part of the database. And what we're trying to do is just create this network of women that can lean on each other, that can call each other. Like Zintle mentioned that, you know, girls want funds. So if you need funds, there are a multitude of diverse skills that we have within YLC, and we want you to be able to lean in on them, to be able to call different people. Like I work for a bank, I work in a credit risk department. We look at businesses when you're getting funding. So you should be able to reach out to different skill sets within the pool and be able to get the sisterly assistance so that you're able to propel your career, your business, anything that you're involved in. We want to create a new tier of women that are just powerful in their own arenas and that are helping each other. So that is the objective of the Circle of Influence, and we would highly encourage you to participate in anything that you're interested in. Whatever your talents are, we ask you that you offer your time and your talents within YLC. It's the way you grow. It's the way that you actually start to create those active networks. But what we do as part of the alumni network is we have events. We're going to have 2 events each year. One is going to be for everyone, the mentorship cohort, and then one is going to be specifically for the entrepreneurs, because you know your needs are different to everyone else. So we want to cater to that and have roundtable discussion and make sure that we keep you guys informed and involved in everything. But yeah, guys, we look forward to working with all of you in the various groups. We'll be letting you know about all the committees that exist. Please put your hands up, get involved, but just know that once you graduate, you don't just go away. We will remind you of the Circle of Influence, but we're just telling you up front so you know that you've actually entered into a sisterhood of power, and we want you to be empowered and to empower others as well, because we lift as we rise. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Mutate. I'm all about it. The circle of influence, you know, hashtag girls want funds. Please ensure that you also utilize some of the information that we do share in our WhatsApp group. We may share, you know, different links for places that you can apply for funding or events that you may attend and all of that. And this is the power of, you know, sharing knowledge and information and access to certain networks that you may have and sharing it with our committee, so that, you know, we lift as we rise, as what Miss Mutate said. So right now I'm just gonna play a quick video, and then we'll be closing for our Q&A session. Let me know if my screen is frozen or if the sound is not working.
My name is Trifosa Ramanu, the chairperson of Young Leaders Connect, YLC. My advice to young women is be yourself, be authentically yourself, and take your space, never compromise on your values and your ethics. And speaking of the presidency, in terms of whether we need a woman president or not, the time is now. We would like to see in the next election to have a woman coming at the forefront and us women supporting that. Because with women, they make a huge difference. I am Generation Equality, and YLC has committed to UN Generation Equality Action Coalition campaign of tech innovation. And with that, we would like to see this country moving forward into the fourth industrial revolution with YLC at the forefront. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Charmaine Houvet, and I am an IWFSA member, as well as the Deputy Chair for Young Leaders Connect. So I think it's commendable how an association like the International Women's Forum of South Africa has actually birthed the Young Leaders Connect, because it's so important for leaders to pay it forward and actually contribute a significant amount of time, mentorship, coaching and sponsorship in terms of developing the next generation of leaders. I think it's also commendable that these young leaders are also being given the different platforms to also co-create together with IWFSA, and also I think bring on a new spin in terms of the younger generation. I think one of the things that they are driving as esteemed Young Leaders Connect is generation equality, which I think we often forget as the older generation. We have to learn and continue to pay it forward. So it's important that all of the conversations they're having, these joint connections, actually begin to pay it forward. And I think most important is also bridging the divide through the use of technology. So it's fascinating to see how this has indeed, I think, given us a whole new generation of how we connect whilst being miles apart, and yet it feels as though we're constantly in the same space. So I think maybe just a quote from me is that both YLC and IWFSA are continuing to pay it forward, but only because somebody else has filled their cups. And I think the only way that they ensure that they can give it and pay it forward is because they are actually pouring from full cups.
Hi, my name is Lukisi Otula, and I'm an IWFSA member. Within the organization, I'm part of the leadership committee, and I head up the broad program within the Young Leaders Connect. The Young Leaders Connect program is a crucial program for IWFSA because it ensures that we develop the next generation of leaders. The reason why the board program is quite important is because we need to ensure that women are not only appointed on board, but that they develop the necessary skill set to be effective.
Hi, my name is Buhle Ainese. I head up the IDEAL board leadership. We run programs with our partners, one of them being IOD, where we support the young generation to become effective women leaders. And the second one is the Bain Academy program, where we support experienced board members. And the last one is with Mackenzie. Also that one, we support our experienced board members. Courage is the most important of all virtues by Maya Angelou. I leave this with all those aspiring board members who want to join our program to come through and become one of our members. Thank you.
My name is Pumla Molope. I head up the ylc-ideal mentorship program along with Zimkita Zatu. We successfully launched the first cohort of the program in 2020. We have divided it into two streams, the liftoff and the propeller. This is our way to bridge the generation gap by imparting knowledge to these young professionals. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Phakama Mbikwana, co-head in the ylc-ideal entrepreneurship program. What a rewarding process. In the space of a very short time, we managed to recruit 24 entrepreneurs who wanted to grow themselves over a course of 6 months. And what we actually did in constituting that program is that we had both a formal and an informal aspect to it. The formal included a program that was co-joined with Stellenbosch Graduate Institute. We have been favored in that 11 of the 24 ladies have now graduated. The informal part was really a process where we were assisting the entrepreneurs with access to finance, access to markets, and access to information. And by way of example, one of those programs was a collaboration with Transnet, which to date has ensured that a couple of the entrepreneurs are now starting conversations under the Enterprise Development Program. So all in all, what we can say is that it's been a rewarding 6 months. We look forward to the next 6 months. And
hi, my name is Rafida Duhwamajer, and I am a YLC mentee, mentored by the incredible Triforce Romano. I'm also part of the first entrepreneurship cohort to join the SGI Stellenbosch Graduate Institution, which has really helped me in my business and refining my business model. I think a big part of my learning as a mentee on YLC has been through hands-on work that my mentor has provided for me by including me in several projects, including the upcoming Leadership Summit with ABSA Women in Focus, focusing on generational equality, passing on the baton to the next generation of women leaders, the same way that IWFSA is doing with the Young Leaders Connect. I'm really honored to be a part of this journey and taking part and contributing to society in this way. Thank you.
My name is Moniswa Matikibeka, and I'm the co-head of the pillar for conversation. Conversations is an important piece. And why is that? Albert Einstein said, no one problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that was created. With these words, I say the conversations pillar is one of the most important pillars to empower the minds and the creativity of our members. The thing is, in the world that we live in, we need innovative ideas that will allow us to succeed in the socio-economic challenges that we deal with daily. And thus, conversations allows us to have topical issues that generate value for the rest of our communities.
Good day, I am Zinhle Ramano, the head of Digital Conversations at Young Leaders Connect IDEAL. Digital Conversations had their kick-off last year in September, and since then we have grown tremendously with high-profile speakers, panelists, as well as we've been able to achieve this through our sponsor, Cisco WebEx. In 2021, we introduced a new series called Internet of Things, which focuses on everything digital. We have spoken about fintech, we have spoken about algorithms, we have spoken about the importance of having digital safety. And we would like to welcome you to join our pillar. You can find out more about digital conversations at our YouTube channel, IWFSA. Thank you.
All right, then. Am I back? Can everyone hear me? Okay, so that was just a breakdown.
Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital.
Still playing.
We're employees of this brand new plant.
So that was just a breakdown from the founding committee in terms of what each pillar is about and what it entails. Obviously, YLC was relaunched in 2020. And since then, a lot of these programs have evolved, developed, and provided even more opportunities and input. So before I move on to our Q&A session, I just want to discuss the rules of engagement for our WhatsApp group. We encourage everyone to share everything that is entrepreneurship related and also things that can basically just develop you into becoming a better version of yourself. It could be events, it could be fundraising, anything within the scope of entrepreneurship really matters. We want to avoid spam and, oversaturating our phones with spam, because digital exhaustion is a thing. Now, I just want to discuss in terms of the entrepreneurship conversations that we have planned for this year. The dates will be available on our website. Some of the topics that we'll be discussing and some of the workshops that we'll be providing for you include raising funding, the tools that you need to raise funding, such as what Mutate had discussed earlier in terms of like your credit risk. We will also be providing how to pitch. What we noticed last year when we launched our inaugural pitching competition is that a lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to pitch their businesses. We had a couple of applicants come to the committee and ask, what is an elevator pitch? And as an entrepreneur, that is something that you really need to know, selling your business in a minute. The idea of an elevator pitch is if you are in an elevator with someone important, by the time that the elevator reaches the floor that it's supposed to be at, they should know everything about your business, the services or product that you're selling, and you know the value. What else? Another topic that we'll be doing will be around ESD training. And then Mutata already touched on the entrepreneurship directory. I'm just going through this quickly because I'm looking at time. Oh, yes. And then also for the ylc awards, the save the dates have been sent out. I will put them up on the website. Please ensure that you are molding yourself this year because there will be an Entrepreneur of the Year category, and you are encouraged to apply. Even if you feel like you don't fit the criteria, have the audacity to apply. You never know, like just grasp opportunity at your hands. We also will be having a collaborative effort with the IDEAL board leadership pillar, where we want to provide just information in terms of what does it mean to be an entrepreneur, and yes, what's being said, don't disqualify yourselves. Exactly that. So in terms of the board leadership, what does it mean to be an entrepreneur who could possibly serve on a board, but also the legalities that come with running your own business and how that implicates you, such as things between being an executive director, non-executive director, King's Law, and all of that, which will be discuss governance training as well, which will be in October. Yes. We also will be offering the training. I'm not sure if you heard what Refilo Dikhomaje mentioned in terms of she was part of the first cohort that went through the Stellenbosch Graduate Institute, which is an online platform from Stellenbosch University, where you actually receive a certified program. Actually, I have my certificate here. Let me show you. A certified program in terms of entrepreneurship. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's signed by the dean and everything. So this is part of the value offering that ylc will be providing for you as well. And then the exciting thing is that graduation is in November. So I do want to also let you know, not all of our events are digital. We want to really focus on making a lot of our events this year hybrid, because there's nothing like human touch and really getting to know each of the faces behind the screen. Now I'll be moving on to a Q&A session. If anyone has any questions before I close out at 7 o'clock. I don't see any hands. Let me see. Oh, Vumi, yes. Oh, Vumi was, if you looked at the earlier video, she was our MC for our IDEAL Awards last year and did a phenomenal job. Vumi, you may go ahead.
Oh, sorry, my camera's off also because I'm sitting in the dark, load shedding. Zintle, quick question. You mentioned putting things up on the website. So where exactly would that be? Would that be under more and you click on entrepreneurship and everything's there where the mentorship agreement is? Or is there another place on the website?
So everything related to this program will be on the entrepreneurship page. So that includes registering for events. I've just embedded everything entrepreneurship related to, so it's centralized and all of that. Yeah. Are there any other Tepiso? Oh, wait, can I just backtrack? Vumi, can you also just introduce yourself and your business?
Oh, sorry, everyone. I've got someone ready for bed. Sorry. So I'm Vumi. I run a business called Hesed Consulting. We do humans. So basically attract, retain, grow, attracting people.
Okay, I believe Vumi is probably stuck because of load shedding, but we'll come back to her. Tipiso, before you ask your question, oh, you're back.
About that.
Oh, okay, no problem. Do you want to just finish introducing yourself and then we'll take Tipiso and then Sitembile.
Okay, so we do humans, attract, retain, grow, attract, recruit.
Oh, she's stuck again. Okay, Vumi, just write your business for us in the chat. Tipiso, can you go ahead, ask your question, turn on your video, introduce yourself and your business.
Hi, ladies. So my name is Tepiso Mahabo. I was actually part of the entrepreneurial committee last year, group last year, and got to graduate at the end of the year. So from my side, it's not really like a question, but and like seeing how everything happened last year and the opportunities that were given. Like I think I found myself even at the end of the year saying, I wish I had grabbed everything because, like you ladies had mentioned that sometimes you qualify, like you think that you don't qualify for some of the opportunities, because I know I found myself thinking, oh my gosh, like it's accountants there and people doing engineering and people focusing on tech, and maybe my business wouldn't be able to actually thrive, or I wouldn't even be able to be able to pitch. So all I want to say is that thank you very much for all the opportunities that you that were given, including like getting invited to like the Mutsipa Foundation events, and also like the book launches from like very inspiring leaders. And like I really like this year, like I am really going to focus and I will be part of that pitching people that are going to be pitching for the end of the year.
Thank you so much for that, Tipiso. Tipiso is also part of our subcommittee as well. Sitembile, can you turn on your camera, introduce yourself, your business, and your question?
Hi everyone, sorry we are currently load shedded. So this is Nutskelelo. This is actually my sister's thingy. So we both on the program. So I run a business with my sister. We have an online clothing brand focused on travel wear for plus size women, or more inclusive size clothing. I just had a question for Zinhle. I saw in the last video you have a program called Digital Conversations. So I am very passionate about digital marketing. So I wanted to know, in terms of participation in that, is it just like pitching up to the conversations, the virtual conversations, or is there any way one can participate in that?
Okay, yes, no problem. I think Matapelo, is she on the line? She was on the line earlier. Matapelo is the co-head of that pillar. I'll put you in touch with her, and then the more hands the merrier, and all of that. So yes, definitely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other hands? Tipiso, is that a legacy hand? Oh, Tanda would also like to introduce herself. When she spoke, she didn't introduce herself and her business. I think that would be the last one, and then we'll end the session. Tando?
Hi, Zinhle. Not that I'd like to, I just forgot, and I realized like it's important since this is the entrepreneurship pillar. Is that so? My name is obviously Tando Daza, and I run a business called Ingenious Holdings. And I focus a lot more on marketing and public relations. And Zinhle and I actually, run things, do things together, and also have assisted a lot with Ricona as well as IWFSA. I mentioned these platforms because obviously they're quite related to ILC, and should there be opportunities, we will also obviously communicate with you ladies that are also entrepreneurs. Sometimes you do pro bono, like what we have been doing, but we do encourage and ask that people obviously put their hands up, because tomorrow you don't know where your other opportunities come in. And I also say to one thing that I did mention here is that communicate with one another too as entrepreneurs. Together we can achieve so much more. I know Nontle has asked for so many other people's contact details from here, or that she's encountered with from the YLC program, because there's so many synergies. For example, Sitembile Tue, who's also here, who's also into clothing as well, and she does something similar to what you guys do. So together, you don't know what opportunities could come through. So I wanted to, get this platform to share that as well, because we tend to shy away. And I'm so glad, Tepiso, you did mention your experiences. There's no one here who is more important than the other, but you need to raise up your hand as well and also ask and put yourself forward. If you don't put yourself forward and ask for those opportunities, no one's going to give them to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Tando. And ladies, we'll be closing the session. Before we go, I want to ask Co-Chair Lerato to give us closing remarks, and then we are done.
Thanks, Zintle. I think, wow, not an overload of information, but really a very insightful. I'm sure, ladies, as you sit here, you are so excited to say we are in for a treat for the year ahead. And truly, I can attest to that. The ladies here really work hard. One of the things that has come forth is around saying, if you want to get as much opportunities and really go to the next level, you have the responsibility to really amplify yourself and put up your hands, guys. In YLC, we rely on the work of volunteerism. But when you volunteer, you are actually able to learn and get more skills and experience than what you would normally get if you do what you do either in your business or in your 8 to 5. We learn so much because we do so much. We are stretched, we are taken out of our comfort zone. And in YLC, there is ample opportunity. You've had the ladies come here and present through the various pillars that we are having. So even while you are on entrepreneurship, truly here, the sky is your limit and the world is your oyster, because you can actually broaden your horizon and do more even outside of the confines of this pillar, right? We are very passionate about paying it forward, and I'm sure you guys will see that as well once you start engaging with your mentors. Those ladies, they dedicate their time and resources in ensuring that they really develop the next leaders of the future. So it's going to be a good year, I can tell you that much. And I just wish you guys everything of the best. Thank you, Zintle and team, for curating such a powerful, jam-packed session. It's going to be great, and I'm really excited and looking forward to getting to know all of you guys as the 2023 cohort 3 entrepreneurship. We're looking forward to seeing your brilliant ideas play out in the pitching competitions, to learning about your business ventures, and to even supporting you as well. Tando has made a great call out to say, even if it's volunteering, guys, in work corner, it's about a network. When you are doing these things, you don't know who. And because of the level of influence that the ladies in these organizations have, you can really rest assured that whatever you put out there will come back to you tenfold, or even more than what you've really put there. Because remember, the power of a seed, right? So all the best, ladies. Like I said when I started, you must enjoy. It's a serious program, but once you put the fun in it, you will really just feel like it's an incredible journey. Zintle said, what is the hashtag fund ladies?
Girls want
yeah, so it's all about girls want funds. Yes, it's all about the coins, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, all the best, guys, all the best. Enjoy. We are so excited to have you in YLC. We are so excited to walk the journey with you in 2023 and beyond. We are looking forward to seeing you guys come in and be subcommittee members and with hopes that one day you guys will be the Zintles, the Tandos, the Selapengs, the Mutates of tomorrow, leading these pillars, because you know it's just a ripple, and we just need to continue, because the work that we do can never be fully done. But as long as we have people that are willing to do it, which I believe that it's all of you, I think our country is in great hands. So have a good evening on that note, and thanks team for an incredible evening. We appreciate everything that you do for YLC. You guys all make YLC great.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you
see you
so
guys
much.
tomorrow. The
But wait,
onboarding
before
session.
people,
Yes,
people,
see you guys tomorrow.
but wait, before people drop off, can I ask that everyone just turns on their camera just for a quick picture for our social media?
Okay. Now we look nice
Hey,
some of
Amanda,
us.
Boitumelo, Robin, Letiwe, Mamisola, Misa, Matapelo, Mutatena, Lady Princess, Lapeng, Tandi. Who else? I'm calling out names. If you're in load shedding, I understand. All right, awesome. Okay, is everyone ready to pose? Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more. Hashtag Girls Want Funds. Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. See you tomorrow for the mentorship onboarding session.
Cheers.
Bye.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, ladies. Thank you. Bye.